Okay, so if we want transparency in the background of a video, we're going to need to do something different. If I click on the fully rendered mode, you'll see that transparency is on. So I'm going to need to turn that off for what we're going to do, which is make all of this a bright green that Premiere can delete for us. We're going to need to scroll down. I've magnified things a little bit so that I can show you a little better. I'm going to turn off transparency, and there is that gray background. That gray background light is right here, but if we were to change this to green, you just switch that over, you'll see that it starts to color our model, and we don't want it to affect our model. We just want it to be the background color. So let me Control-Z undo. We're going to go into shading mode here. And I'm going to switch back to the fully rendered mode. Notice it went to this one. So you can see that gray light there. I'm going to make this a little bit large so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to switch from object shading to the world shading. We're going to affect the world here. And I'm going to zoom in so that this is a little bit bigger. So we've got our background light affecting the surfaces in the world. We're going to mix two things together, one color for the background and one to illuminate our objects. We're going to add a shader called a mix shader. And we're going to drop it right on that line right there, and now the light's going to go through this mix. You can see that this has 50% of our light is coming from this, and the other half of the design is going to be from another one. So we need to duplicate this. You can Shift D or right click and duplicate, and then attach this one to here. Now they're both gray, so we need to change this one to green. Easiest way to do that is if you're in one of these other modes, go to red, green, blue, reduce the red and green, the red and blue, and now we've got our green. So we were back to the same problem we had before where the green is landing on our model. So we're going to add one more thing, which is the light path. So this is the input here. I'm going to put this over here, and we attach is camera ray to this factor. And now we've got a bright green background, and this light is what's illuminating this. And we can actually change that here. If we want to make the light a little brighter or weaker. So you can play with what color the light is. Generally a neutral gray is what we go with. And then when we go back to the layout mode, you can see that as this renders, if I press F12, it's going to render a single image, and it's going to have bright green everywhere except the pixels of our model.